I grew up sa isang depressed area. Exposed ako sa iba't ibang gawain, mga sugal, droga, pagmumura, even pagnanakaw. At a very young age, I was so exposed with sexual activities. Exposed ako sa mga pornographic materials and so on. For me, back then, normal yun lahat. So, doing those things, hindi na siya bago sa akin, hindi na nakakagulat.
Habang nagpapatuloy sa ganitong asta, naimbitahan si Toto sa isang Bible study. Sa kanyang pagdalo dito ay natuklasan niya na taliwas sa salita ng Diyos ang kanyang mga nakaugalian. Sa agustuhang magbago, tinanggap ni Toto si Jesus sa isang youth camp. Bagamat aktibo si Toto sa gawaing simbahan at pumasok pa sa seminaryo, patuloy siyang hinahabol ng kanyang mapait na nakaraan. Biktima si Toto ng pamumulestya ng kanyang tiyo at tiya noong siya ay bata pa lamang.
Nung paglingon ko, nakita ko yung tito ko. I didn't know what to do. Nangyari na lang, hinayaan ko na lang din. Then the next day nung nagising ako, I felt that heaviness in my heart. Na I wanted to tell my father kasi nandun lang din naman papa ko eh. I wanted to tell my parents kung ano yung nangyari. Pero I was scared. Ayoko na baka may mangyari dun sa may mangyaring gulo between my father and my uncle. And I hindi ko rin alam kung paniniwalaan ako kung sasabihin ko yon. So I was just confused. I felt the heaviness sa puso ko. But I didn't have anyone to tell what happened to me.
Bunga nito ang pagkahumaling ni Toto sa pita ng laman.
I was in the seminary and yet I was still sexually active. I was very active in the church doing ministry and yet ganun pa rin yung ginagawa ko kasi hindi siya nadidil.
Bagamat natapos ni Toto ang pag-aaral sa seminaryo, pinili niyang maghanap ng trabaho sa halip na maglingkod sa simbahan. Lalong lumala ang kanyang sitwasyon.
Naipag-live-in ako doon sa girlfriend ko during that time. And I didn't care kung mali o tama yung ginagawa ko during that time. Sinunod ko yung gusto ko. So for many months, nagsama kami nung babae. So I just went on with that relationship. After a year or two, naipaghiwalay din ako sa babae. And from that time, I jumped from one relationship to another. And all those relationships, since I was very active sexually, lahat yun nangyari sa relasyon na yun, puro ganun yung naging resulta.
Tumagal ang gawain ni Toto ng 3 taon hanggang sa...
I just suddenly felt na I just realized na I was wasting my life. I was brought back to that truth na I was made for something better than that. Noong time na yun, I was just so broken. I knew what I had to do. I knew what I wanted. And yet because of what I have inside and because of what yung tulak ng ano sa akin ng laman sa akin, I chose to trade all those for temporary pleasure.
Pinakinggan ni Toto ang pagkatawag sa kanya ng Panginoon at doon ay unti-unti siyang bumangon mula sa pagkalugmok.
So I started again asking questions. I started going back to church. I was blessed na my youth pastor during that time, he never gave up on me. Up to this moment, every time I talk about my life with other people, I would always say na I am blessed because somebody did not give up on me. He kept on praying for me, he kept on inviting me, he even asked me to join his Bible study group.
Muling nanumbalik sa piling ng Diyos si Toto at muli siyang itinayo nito. Dahil sa kanyang pagpapakumbaba, muli siyang nakatanggap ng panibagong pag-asa. Sa kasalukuyan ay youth and associate pastor siya ng isang simbahan sa Bacoor. Ang kanyang buhay ngayon ay nagsisilbing patotoo ng pag-ibig ng Diyos sa mga kabataan.
Ngayon yung experience ko sa nakaraan and how I dealt with it and kung ano yung ginawa ng Lord para makapag-release ako ng forgiveness sa mga taong yun. That's something that I could share to these young people. Yung sinasabi ng Bible, the enemy, the devil meant this to harm us, but God could turn that situation into something good.